It is Marketplace Law Time, and today we are talking about Section 504. Have you heard of it? What exactly is Section 504? It's a federal statute that prohibits discrimination based on disability. Attorney Brian Garvine is here. He's going to give us more information on how Section 504 relates to schools. Good to have you.
Thank you.
Nice
Thanks
to
for having
see you.
me.
Sure.
You too.
You know, for some people, I guess you're blessed enough that you probably don't have to know about this. But for those who do have children with disabilities, what is Section 504?
Well, it's a federal law. It's part of the Rehabilitation Act, and it essentially requires that school provide the same opportunities and the same experience to all kids, regardless of disability or whether it's a physical disability, mental disability, and so forth.
It seems so basic. Why wouldn't they be doing that anyway?
Well, and I think a lot of schools do,
Yeah.
but some schools don't. And I think, you know, these days more and more kids are struggling, particularly with more mental and emotional disabilities than probably in past times.
Now, does this allow for integration in a classroom with this bill, or are they still able to provide separate type of classrooms? How does that work?
Well, it's both. It
Okay.
depends on the child. It depends on whether it's a physical disability, a mental disability,
Okay.
emotional disability. It can be separate or it can be together, but it essentially has to provide the same experience in terms of education, in terms of
Right.
extracurricular activities.
So what if a
social
parent
experience.
doesn't feel like their child's needs are being met? There is then a law that will apply to this that can help them with their rights?
Well, and it's 504, and 504 specifically addresses that issue. There's a section of 504 that says any school district that has more than 14 employees, which is almost every district has more than 14 employees, has an appeal or due process procedure that parents can take advantage of if they feel like their child is not being appropriately dealt with or treated at school.
So what would some of the issues be that we wouldn't be aware of?
In terms of
If you're a parent, I mean, what are some of the issues that seem to arise?
well, and I think it's really on a case-by-case scenario, depending upon each child, and I think you just need to connect with your child and talk with your child and make sure they're fully integrated in the school experience. And if there are activities that they're not able to do, or if they're being treated differently than other students in school, that is probably something that you should follow up on and you know, go through those avenues and so forth.
And what are those avenues? What are the procedures that take place after that?
Well, I think you would contact the teacher, contact
Okay.
the school administration, and let them know that, hey, my child has these issues, which 9 times out of 10 they already know that.
Right.
And you know.
But if there's harassment involved or neglect or whatever?
Right. You need to bring it to the school's attention, and schools can be liable if and there are situations where you know, the bar is high to hold schools liable, but it can be done, and if schools are turning a blind eye to these issues and essentially ignoring them, then you know, they can be held responsible. But by and large, most schools are responsive.
That's good to know. But at least there is an outlet in the event they're not.
Right.
So thank you, Brian, so much for being in today.
No
In
problem.
fact, if you want more information or you need to find a lawyer, then go to cbalaw.org. That's the lawyer referral service too. And you can find out more about this and many other topics. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.